Hello, Bhakti lovers. We've saved one of our most favorite stories for last. It's the story of Queen Draupadi. Draupadi was the most beautiful woman of her time, and she was the wife of the 5 Pandava brothers. You've probably heard of at least one of those brothers, Arjuna, who's the hero of the Bhagavad Gita. Well, Arjuna, Yudhishthira, and his 3 other brothers had fallen prey to their evil cousins, the Kauravas. And Duryodhana, one of the Kauravas, had stripped them of their land and sent them into exile. Eventually, they came back and he gave them some land, but the most barren land, the most dead land that had never produced any crops, that they could really do nothing with. That's more of a gesture, really. And you know what happened? Arjuna and Yudhishthira and his brothers, they took that land and they revived it, and they became so successful. They were enjoying a great life. And this angered Duryodhana so much. He did not want to see them succeed at all. So he challenged them to a game of dice, knowing all the while that he had some magical dice up his sleeve that could land on any number he chose. So knowing that he would win, he invited these 5 kind brothers to play this game, and he said, "You can win back everything you once owned. Come play the game with me." And so they show up, and the eldest of the Pandavas, Yudhishthira, plays the game with Duryodhana. And he loses. He loses again and again and again until he's lost everything. Right? He's gone from having just this little bit of land that they were farming and doing okay with to now having nothing. He's lost all of his land, all of his money, all of his animals, and all of his homes. And then he bets his brothers. And one by one, he loses his brothers. And now he's got nothing left. He doesn't even have his family anymore. And Duryodhana says, "Well, you do have one thing left. You have Draupadi. If you put Draupadi on the table, then you could win Draupadi and you could win everything back. It's all or nothing. If I win, I get Draupadi and I get everything. If you win, you can have all of your land back and you get to keep your wife." Well, feeling like he has no choice, Yudhishthira's backed into a corner and he says, "Okay, I'll play." And of course, what happens? He loses. The game is fixed. Duryodhana has been cheating. He loses, and Duryodhana goes out and he grabs Draupadi, and he grabs her by the hair and he pulls her into the room and he says, "You're mine now. But first I'm going to humiliate you and your husbands in front of everyone." And so he begins to grab at her sari. He takes her sari as if he's going to disrobe her, and she clutches at her sari and she holds it tightly, and she's gripping it so tight that her knuckles turn white and she starts to sweat and she's terrified, and she looks up and she prays to Krishna, "Please, Krishna, come help me." And Duryodhana's pulling on that sari and he's pulling and pulling and pulling, and she's praying to Krishna. Nothing's happening though. He's still pulling and she's still holding on with all her might. She reaches one arm up in the air. "Please, Krishna, this is my time of need. Please help me. I don't know where else to turn." She's clutching her sari in one hand and she's praying to Krishna with the other, and Duryodhana's pulling, and he's pulling as hard as he can, digging his heels into the ground and pulling that sari off of her. And finally, she surrenders. She can't hold on anymore. She's lost her strength. She looks up, she reaches up, both arms now up in the air, and says, "Please, Krishna, please help." And in that moment, Duryodhana's pulling the sari, and he's pulling and pulling, and it's unraveling. But he keeps pulling, and there's more sari. And the more he pulls, the more sari there is, and it just stretches on infinitely until he collapses in a heap, covered piles of sari all around him, sweat dripping from him, muscles shaking. The sari is endless. Draupadi, her modesty has been spared. And Duryodhana is ashamed of what he did. He apologizes to Draupadi, and he gives Arjuna and Yudhishthira and the brothers back the land that he had given them before. And all is well. Namaste.